Welcome back. Ew. It's like so quiet when it's just me.
It is so quiet when it's just you, but we tried to do it together last week and it didn't work out. So I edited it out. Sorry.
That was valid. Valid move. I would literally, if I were the one editing and not you, I would be editing like everything I say out. I'd be like, ew, disgusting. Ew.
Stop. Most of the time I'm like, oh my gosh, Caitlin's so cute and funny.
Oh, stop. I'll literally throw up.
I honestly, when I'm editing, it's so embarrassing because I just have like an eternal smile on my face and I'm like, ew. I should not be laughing at myself.
Loser. No, I'm such a loser. I watch us on repeat. And like when we got to Texas yesterday, 2 days ago, we got to our Airbnb. And the first thing Nina said was, do they play you sports here? And I was
only
like,
the cool places do. Okay, I'm honestly dead. It feels like it's like 10 p.m. and I don't know why. I think it's because it's the end of the week. And last week we were together, so it's like the vibes were high and I'm very tired. So the vibes are not as high, but we're going to try and make them very high. And if you were my dad's tour guide in Washington, D.C., and he made you subscribe, hello.
We're literally so happy you're here.
We're so happy you're here.
Really. I hope Washington, D.C. is treating you so well.
I hope it's treating you so good. I'm going to cry. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, welcome back. I'm Spencer, and that's Caitlin.
My name is Caitlin.
and this is
eSports.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we are doing for the second week in a row NFL predictions for these. Okay, stop laughing. We're doing NFL predictions for the Sunday slate and the Monday game because why not? Thursday game already happened. I was bored. We'll talk about it on our NFL Week 6 recap. I wanted it to be better and it wasn't. So here's. You didn't.
That was so sad.
Did you watch it?
Watch what?
The game last night?
I was at the wedding.
Yeah, you were at the
whole
wedding.
Game.
Oh, well, it was boring. I'll let you know. You don't need to go back and watch it. I'll fill you in. It'll be like a 5-second recap. Anyway.
Okay, deal.
Anyway, NFL Week
that.
6 matchups. So last week, Caitlin and I did our predictions for the each team that would win and the score. And so we started keeping a tally. I did win. I'm at 10 points. Caitlin's at 8.5. She's barely behind. I don't like any of my picks this week. I'm really stressed out. So I don't know how that's going to end up. We're going to figure out. So basically you get a point if you got the team correct, and you get a half a point if you were the closest one, AKA either Caitlin or I was the closest one to the spread. There was one game that her and I had the exact same spread. So it was a wash.
Oh, I love that.
And it was the Monday game, so it was perfect. So I was able to post it and the points didn't change. So we will be doing that again. And the first game I'm starting off with is in London.
In London.
They have 2 games. The Jaguars have 2 games in London. I don't know why we picked them to go.
Because they'll probably sell out more overseas for the NFL, being the Jaguars, than at their home stadium.
Are we picking like the worst franchises to go?
Yeah, to send over.
Oh, okay.
They say
that's
you're
gonna
bad.
make fans
Go to London.
Yeah, I don't really.
I think I'm thinking oppositely.
What?
I think I'm thinking oppositely.
What are you talking about? What do you explain? Are you well? No. Okay. I'm so glad we're on the same page. Anyway, so I was gonna say, you'd think if they wanted more NFL fans, I would think that we would be sending over, I don't know, a better team. Guess not. So the Jaguars versus the Bears. apparently the Bears left on Tuesday to avoid jet lag, and Jacksonville decided not to leave until Thursday, which I thought was like risky move. Apparently, they're there for like it. I guess it made sense for like people with families maybe because they're there for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. But if you just get there Thursday, like, listen, I've been to London and that jet lag is crazy. And it's like
painful.
I was only there for a week and I still wasn't recovered. So, I mean, that's like kind of embarrassing because I feel like they're just going to play worse than they already are. But, go Trevor Lawrence.
Straight from Easter Island. He's
at least he had a good game on his birthday. Good for you, buddy. Anyway, I think I have the Bears winning, Caitlin. I have the Bears winning 27-16, which
we had almost identical scores.
What do you have?
27-17.
Okay, well, listen. We can start off with the fact that the Jags are 30th this is defense. Sorry. The Jags defense are 30th in opposing points per game allowed. 32nd, that's last, if you didn't know how many teams were in the NFL.
That's all the way at the bottom.
All the way at the end in opposing passing yards. 9th, okay, in opposing rushing yards allowed. Better.
Love that for them.
Love that for them. 28th in opposing touchdowns and 22nd in sacks. Okay.
They've got a bad defense, all in all.
And their offense is 20th in passing yards.
Yep.
So anyway, Bears on the other end are 22nd in passing yards, 29th in rushing yards, 29th in yards per possession. And then Bears defense are 6th in opposing passing yards, 18th in opposing rushing yards, 5th in opposing touchdowns. Although, apparently, Jags, I guess they head across the pond quite often, have won 6 of the 11 last games played in London.
Dang.
I think, obviously, Chicago, had their best game, last week.
Yep.
Caleb Williams actually looked like he could play football, and good for him.
Thank God.
Thank God for the Bears fans, I suppose. And the Jags actually, had a good game last week, but they really struggle to generate a good pass rush, and they literally still have not intercepted a single pass. There's only 3 teams so far that have not intercepted a pass, and Jacksonville's one of them.
Wow.
So also their practice, since they weren't leaving till yesterday, we're filming this on Friday. So on Thursday, I mean, I don't know what Hurricane Milton was getting up in Jacksonville because my parents live in Southwest Florida.
True.
So I don't know what the practice was looking like. Were they practicing? Were they at home? Were they on lockdown? I don't know. I'm very confused. I didn't quite look it up. But the Bears, on the other end, have held opponents to 21 points or less in 11 straight games, and they have the longest active streak in the NFL. So it doesn't hurt to have a top 10 defense against a shitty offensive team, to be fair. The Jags are literally 31st in the league in total defense.
Wow.
That's second to last.
They're doing so good.
They're so good. Allowing 393.4 yards and 28.6 points a game. So they have really, really struggled, and they have capable edge rushers. They have Trayvon Walker, Josh Hines-Allen, and Eric Armstead. I don't know if they're not showing up to practice or if they forget that they're playing an NFL game for millions of dollars. I don't know. But they're not doing great. So I don't think this game is going to be exciting at all. That's why I put 27-16. I hope my only hope for this game, because I don't really care about it, is that Caleb Williams has another decent game, because I feel bad for all the rookies that were getting shit on.
Yes. Well, and that's actually what I was going to say, because Caleb Williams obviously had a really good game last game. I think that they're going to win by 10. I think it's going to be overall probably a really average game because it's just two average / below average teams. I would say
it's
below
a
average
team versus a really mid team. So yeah.
So I don't expect it to be super exciting, but I do think that this is going to be like a really good game for Caleb Williams, and because the Jags kind of have a little bit better of a like run defense than they do a pass defense. I think that this is a good chance for Caleb Williams to actually kind of be able to pass the ball and maybe get some open looks and kind of get a little bit more confident in that too. So
yeah, a little
I think
more
this would be like a good
comfortable.
Exactly, like a good opportunity game for him while they're playing kind of a super shitty defense. So I think that this one they kind of handily win.
Yeah, I agree. I think it seemed, besides Jane Daniels, because that man is like literally a freak of nature, it seems like a lot of the rookies have needed a lot more time getting comfortable in the passing.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of them haven't really had the chance to do so. It seems like the Bears haven't had the best O-line for Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
So I think as long as they can hold off the Jags' terrible defense, they should be good to go. And with some extra time, I think all they need is time, obviously time practice. So I think Caleb Williams having hopefully some extra time in the pocket to be able to actually search out his receivers and not have literally half a second to throw will benefit him and the team. And I think they get away.
I agree. I do too. And I think the last time the Bears had 3 rushing touchdowns in a game 3 times in a row, so a rushing touchdown in 3 games in a row was 30 years ago. And right now they have 2 rushing touchdown games. Their last 2, they've scored a rushing touchdown. And so if DeAndre Swift or another running back for them gets a rushing touchdown while they're in London, that'll be the first time in 30 years that the Bears have done that.
Wow.
That's
really,
how long they've been lacking a good run game.
Really aiming high, Chicago.
Yes.
Love that so much for you.
So look out for that. They want a rushing touchdown.
Look out for that. You know what? Okay, so next game that we have is Bucs versus Saints. I am very extremely disappointed in the Saints. They literally were one of the best offenses in the first 2 games. And
I know.
And it just dove off a cliff. I want to do half the time.
I'm so mad about it. I was so excited. They really were doing so well.
Excited. Yeah, well, their fancy offense got figured out pretty fucking quickly. So
it was my video. It was me talking about it. My fault.
Tattletale. I have Bucs at 24 and Saints at 13. I think they have gone on a very, very steady decline. But honestly, the Bucs looked much better in the beginning, and now they're kind of middle of the road. Their offense is middle of the pack. So I think they'll be, okay against New Orleans. They've been able to stop the run really well, but their secondary and pass rush has been really bad, really, really, really bad. And I think Tampa's going to be able to take advantage of that at least. Baker is obviously looks much more experienced and composed lately, and he obviously have some of the top wide receivers. So I think the passing game will be really big. The defensive side is I think mainly where the Bucs need to improve. Their offense is mid-tier and their defense is bottom middle tier, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But they have a ton of, we literally every week, Caitlin and I have to say, it's the year of the injury. Tampa Bay has a ton of injuries lately. Rashad White still has a foot injuries, so he might be out there, but he might not look like he usually would. And they're battling injuries on their defense in their secondary and safety position. So it'll be interesting to see if Jordan Whitehead and Antoine Winfield play. I don't know. I think they're questionable as of right now. Don't quote me in that.
Yeah, and I think Rashad White was actually just listed even doubtful. I think they downgraded him today or later today.
Oops. Well, maybe this game might be closer. Maybe I have to change my score. I don't know.
No, I mean, actually so I saw that with mine, and I was laughing because you and I just have such similar brains.
Yeah, what's yours?
And mine was 24-16, not 24-13. So we were so close.
Twins. So close.
I know, but we had like so many of the same notes too, and so it's just funny because like we just see the same things. I just love it. Because I literally said that Baker Mayfield is finally like looking comfortable and playing better than he has like in a long time,
in a very long time.
Yeah, and so like they have like a really steady offense, but you're right. Like I feel like their defense is kind of the only thing that really needs improvement. And then on the Saints end, I think they just like totally screwed themselves. I don't know what happened.
Derek Carr is out.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, well, that too. He's out for what, 4 weeks, and so now they have. Is it Spencer Rattler?
He injured his oblique.
Oh God,
how do you do that? Like, was that in a game?
You know,
was he like working out?
Yeah, they do.
Well, I felt like I injured my obliques in Pilates today. I don't know what
did you
he was
go
doing.
Today? So fun.
I sure did.
I love Pilates.
Shaking like a leaf.
I swear one day I promised myself I'm going to be a rich housewife with a podcast, of course, but a rich housewife who does Pilates on the weekdays.
Who does Pilates and has a sports podcast. I'm so here for it.
Yes, that's like my goal in life. That sounds so bad, guys. I want to do so many good things, but I need a break.
So,
okay, sorry.
Fun fact, I'm actually going to be quarterback for the Saints this week because Spencer, the rookie, is for, isn't that amazing?
That's so cute. Yes.
Yeah. So Spencer Rattler, not me. Spencer Rattler is getting the start. Literally, my favorite player. I know so much about him.
Name.
Yeah, great. I like his first name a lot. Don't
poor guy. He probably never thought this day would come this year. He's like, oh shit.
He's literally like, oh shit, I have to, like, I'm starting against the Bucs. Like, I'm like, I would be like, can we try this out when we're playing the Panthers? Anybody?
Yep. That's what I was gonna say. Is like that's what's so funny because you have guys, like Drake May, who are coming in as a rookie, starting this week and everything like that. But like he always knew that he could be a backup behind, Jacoby Brissett. Like he always knew that they might pull him and put Drake May in too. And so it's just funny because when you're behind Derek Carr, when you're behind Derek Carr, you're never like, oh, I'm ready to come in behind Derek Carr. Like
I'm ready, especially after the beginning of their season. So that's why I put them at 13. I was trying to be like generous a little bit because I felt bad.
Me too.
Because they have a rookie, and then I guess Rashid Shaheed and Alvin Kamara also like have been a little hobbly at practice, and Taysom Hill has missed the past few weeks. So like a few of them, like their injuries should be able to go, maybe all three. But again, like if they've been injured, it's not like they're going to look full form. And you have a new quarterback starting.
Yeah. Well, and on the other end too, right? And so like on the other end too, like the Saints, they have a pretty good pass defense. And so like the Buccaneers also, they would probably utilize the run game a little bit more. And with Rashad White likely out, you're probably going to see someone like Bucky Irving have like a really big game, but he doesn't really have like a backup behind him that like comes in after him. And so he'll probably be like overused and super tired by the end. So I feel like it's just going to be kind of another like average game.
Yeah, so Spencer Rattler was a 5th round draft pick this year out of South Carolina.
Wowzers.
Went out really high.
Hey, you know what? Tom Brady was like a 6th round pick.
He won the starting job over Jake Haener, who's a 2nd-year player. And I guess their coach declined to go into specifics about why.
Interesting.
Can't you just say that one played better than the other? Like, why do we have to complicate it? Anyway, so Spencer Rattler,
are you listening, Sean Payton?
Spencer Rattler, not Hayes, is getting the start for the Saints. So we'll see how he does. It'll be interesting to watch another rookie. Maybe he has a breakout game. Who knows?
Maybe he does.
How do you game plan against a quarterback you haven't seen play?
Touche.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And their defense has been struggling, so you never know what can happen. It's the NFL, and the NFL will NFL. You like that?
Doesn't it every week forever?
Doesn't it every week? I'm hoping it does it again with the Cowboys. Anyway.
I'm so sorry.
Actually, that game is being called to be very close, and it's not exactly in my team's favor, but it's still being favored to be very close.
I think I have it being close too.
As you should. Who'd you pick?
Not the Cowboys. I'm so sorry. You pick against the Broncos sometimes.
Never. I haven't in weeks.
Exactly, but you did.
And we won every time, so you're welcome.
Well, then I hope this works for you, ma'am.
I'm just saying I might be hosting host auditions. I'm kidding.
Sorry, I'm just looking for who you think you're talking to.
Mom, she's bullying me. Mom, can you come pick me up? Mom. Anyway.
I am the mom.
I was just kidding. I would literally never, ever replace you. So sorry.
Thank you. I would cry.
Just stop hating on the Cowboys and maybe we can talk.
I like the Cowboys. I just don't think that they're super good.
Well, no one thought the Broncos were super good either, and they've won 3 in a row. Anyway, on to the next game that we're going to talk about is the Ravens versus Commanders.
This is a good one.
I'm so excited to watch this game. Like,
me too.
So excited. And these stadiums are actually very, very close. So I think the stadium might be split half and half.
True.
Yeah, they were talking.
Oh my gosh,
I could be so
area.
wrong, but I think they said like 30 miles, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I'm thinking it'll be a really great like travel game, of course. So I have the Ravens winning, but I have it being a close game, and I have this being an offensive shootout. I have Ravens at 33, Commanders at 30. What do you have? Is it the same?
I have Ravens at 34, Commanders at 30.
Why has it been has it been by 1 point for every game so far?
I think so.
Okay.
We're
so gross.
I know, it's
same
disgusting.
brain. We always, Caitlin and I say this a lot. We have, each have half a brain that we share.
I say we're 2 halves of a whole idiot.
And it's really helped since meeting each other, because it's like we can put the 2 halves together. Anyway.
I know, it's like 2 brains. Like, so when we're together, we're really good at problem solving.
Yeah.
I'm usually the emotional support that Spencer needs to use her brain. That's usually how it goes. Yeah. My brain stops working. So Spencer uses hers and I use my empathy.
Yeah. It's honestly, shout out to Will. We couldn't do this without you.
A literal matchmaker.
I have the Ravens winning by only 3. So Washington obviously has had a really weak defense, but last week they showed up and showed out. So Ravens have won 3 in a row. Commanders have 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Washington has had a weak defense, but the Ravens have had a really leaky pass defense.
Yeah.
So basically, so Washington's offense is second in rushing yards and Ravens are first, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Washington's offense are first in points per game, 14th in passing yards, second in touchdowns, third in yards per possession. Their offense is killing the game. Washington's defense is 12th in opposing passing yards, so much better than they're 21st in opposing rushing yards, 7th in sacks. And then, of course, like on the other end, you have Ravens offense, who's first in rushing yards. So basically, I will be thinking that the Ravens will be running all over and Washington will hopefully be passing all over is what you can gather for that. So if you're placing bets, you can hope to think that Washington's passing yards will probably go over. And I'm sure the Ravens, I'm sure Lamar Jackson.
The over on everything.
Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, I would literally smash the over so hard. Maybe double it. I don't even know.
Yeah, I was going to say with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, they're going to just they're going to take advantage of the one weakness that Washington has, and that's their run defense. And they're 2 of the best rushers in the game. So, I think that the Commanders are screwed on that end. I think you're going to see they're going to have to run all
concede.
over them.
Yeah. literally and figuratively run all over them. Go ahead. I don't want to get injured trying to block my 6'3", 250-pound running back coming at me.
Lucky for you. Yeah, no, it's
right
going to be so bad.
You go get you another touchdown, Derrick Henry.
You go
Walk right in.
Yeah, and I think too, like I was just thinking about this, like injury-wise, like the Commanders have a few injuries that are going to screw them up, like on offense too. And the Ravens are almost fully healthy. Like Austin Eckler was questionable still. Brian Robinson Jr. is still questionable. You'll probably have to see Jeremy McNichols
Brian Robinson Jr. is still questionable.
Yeah, I know.
That's a rough
and
one.
then yes, and so you're probably going to be seeing Jeremy McNichols utilized a lot more. Zach Ertz is probably going to get like a lot more possessions as well. So they're just going to be using those, like, I don't know, those smaller utilization guys.
Yeah.
And so they can obviously show up super big for them. But then you have the Ravens that are fully healthy with Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Justice Hill. You know, like they have just monsters all over. So I think the Commanders are still going to do a great job.
Disgusting
but I just think
roster
that the Ravens are going to be able
together there.
I know, it's so rude. But I think that I literally think the Commanders are good enough to keep up, like, to that level on offense as well, because they are the best scoring team in the league. And so I think that in itself is a huge compliment to them. Even though I'm picking the Ravens, I think that the Commanders are going to be able to hold their own. I think they're going to keep up.
I don't think they're going to get like wiped off the floor.
Totally.
Jaden Daniels, as if I literally have not talked about him enough, is... He has completed a league-leading 77% of his passes, becoming the only rookie quarterback since 1950 to start and win 4 of his team's first 5 games. So he has produced one of the rarest things in the NFL, hope in Washington. Wow. Hope for a win.
I love that.
Amazing for them. Amazing for them.
I can't even believe that. 4-1 for the Commanders is like crazy to me.
As a Cowboys fan, I just want to...
I'm so sorry. Just super quick.
Where's the bleach?
Love that for you.
So a win. So that if they somehow pull out the win, they would give the Commanders their best start since 1996, which was before I was born.
You're so young.
Such a baby. I was born the next year. Okay, relax. Anyway, but also...
I was literally born like 8 months prior, so I can't talk.
So you have Jaden Daniels on one side being an insane rookie that is literally, I'm like wondering if he got bit by a radioactive spider, not sure.
Dude, so good.
And then you have Derrick Henry, who also looks like he's 26, running all over. He has scored in all 5 games this season, and he has a league high, of course, 572 rushing yards.
Jesus Christ. He's insane.
Jesus. Henry has rushed for 229 yards more than they expected. Like according to like all the NFL predictions this year already.
That's crazy.
So they call this the matchup of the Beltway neighbors.
Stop.
And I guess it doesn't happen often. So this is only the 8th regular season meeting of all time, which is insane to think about. But it's one of like, everyone's really excited for this game. So like the Ravens defense, of course, has high praise, I talk about the Cowboys, how they can't run and they can't stop the run. Well, the Ravens can run and they can stop the run.
Yeah, they're painful on both ends.
So do y'all want to trade defensive coordinators or something?
Maybe with Dallas.
Do you guys, maybe Jerry Jones, please hire someone competent. Anyway, so because of that, again, which is why I'm going to smash the over with Jaden Daniels, they have been allowing 7.5 yards per pass attempt through the air. So clearly their pass defense is not as good as their run defense. So I think if Washington keeps off the ground, they should be fine. The key will obviously be for Washington to just pass the ball as much as they can, probably as quickly as they can. But Daniels and Jackson have both been amazing as quarterbacks so far. I think I would also, if you're betting, take the over on points in this game. I think it will be...
Like I said, just smash the over.
Smash the overs on everybody. Well, on the passing and on the running, on the Ravens. You know what to do. We told you what to do.
We said it the first time, okay?
We said it. If you go back, if you need us to repeat it, I'm not repeating myself. Anyway, on to the next one. I listen to myself talk enough as it is. I edit these things. Okay?
I was going to say same, but you like literally listen over and over and over.
Mm-hmm. Sure do. So
yummy. I'm so sorry. I must be so annoying just on a regular basis. You hear my voice and you're like,
not
literally
you,
never.
me. No, it's so fine.
Honestly,
anyway.
Are you breaking up with me?
Not yet. Anyway,
okay.
No, I would literally never, because you're too nice to me and give me compliments. So why would I ever get rid of you?
That's valid. Honestly, that's so valid.
Also, you're like half my brain, so then I'd just become like a whole idiot, like a full
all by yourself,
all by myself.
Wouldn't even have anyone to split it with.
Yeah. So anyway,
who is that? Whitney Houston.
Oh, American Idol. Are you auditioning?
Call
The
me.
Voice. Call me
Hello?
maybe. Anyway, hello.
Call me maybe.
On to the next. Cardinals versus Packers. I don't really care much about this game because the Cardinals and Packers are both very confusing teams, in my opinion.
They're very inconsistent teams. Yes, 1000%.
I haven't figured them out. I have the Packers winning by 3. I have the Packers 26-23.
Okay.
What do you have? Is it similar?
We're close. I have,
okay.
No. We're close. It's not as close as it has been.
Yeah.
I have the Packers winning 24-20. I have it being a very underwhelmingly average game.
That's the most beautiful way to put it, Caitlin. Good job.
Yeah.
I think, so Jordan Love is back, but he, in the 3 games he's played, he has 5 interceptions. So I think the Packers, I think their main question is like, can he play a clean game?
I mean, they're going to have to. And what kind of sucks for them also is that like the only decent defense the Cardinals have is their pass defense. And so I think that's not going to help the Packers and Jordan Love very much. It's been tough for him.
By decent, it's like 17. It's like literally exactly middle of the road. Like almost.
Like I'm saying, it's
16
truly so perfectly average.
So perfectly mid. So mid. They're 28.
I always say that I'm chronically average. That's like what I always say. I've always been like middle of the road at everything.
Oh, get out of here. No.
I'm so serious. I've been saying it forever. And both my girls were literally.
Just because you say it doesn't mean it's true.
Okay, Kim. Yes, Kim, I know it was you that taught her that. Okay.
Kim did teach me that.
I love it either way.
You can't be fat if you're not fat. You can't be ugly if you're not ugly. Like, thank you, Mom.
Period.
Yes, thank you.
Period, Kim. No, literally though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's all.
Okay. So Cardinals offense. So Cardinals offense is 5th in rushing yards, which I did not know because I haven't been paying much attention to them. I've just realized that they've randomly won games.
Most of it's their quarterback. Yeah, most of it's their
Kyler Murray. Well, because that's Kyler Murray. Because Kyler Murray is like another great 2-way quarterback.
One of the best rushing quarterbacks. I think if I remember correctly, he averages 10.7 yards every time he runs the ball. So every time he runs the ball, he literally averages a first down. Like, that's how good he is.
Okay, Kyler.
Yeah. And so for Arizona to win, he has to have one of his really good running games because they pretty much have no one else besides James Conner and Marvin Harrison Jr. So,
yeah. So the thing is, they're 24th in passing yards, 9th in yards per possession, which is great. And I'm sure that's a lot to do with Kyler Murray.
And what's his butt? James Conner, too. Yeah, he's decent.
They're 20. That's what I was trying to get to. I can't wait to edit this and realize I totally went all the way around.
No, you're good.
Their Cardinals defense, while they're very middle of the road in opposing passing yards, they're 28th in opposing rushing yards, 27th in an opposing touchdowns allowed, 22nd in sacks. Your defense sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, Packers offense
painfully
they're 10th in passing yards, 3rd in rushing yards. So I think the Packers are going to run all over.
Do you want to hear my last 2 notes about this?
I sure do.
Because they're like, it's just so funny because it's like so just like painful reality for both of them or just for this game in general. I just said Jordan Love has thrown 5 interceptions in the past 3 games. You're going to want to cut that out, Mom. Sorry. I was reading the wrong one.
Okay, Mom.
Thank you. Okay.
JK, redo.
I know. I'm so sorry. Okay. So these are my last 2 notes.
What's
Josh
the sound
Jacobs.
that I used to make in like VHS? Boo.
Oh. And what?
When you like rewinded the VHS tape? Boo.
Oh, yes. It's almost like a zip. Is that what I sound like?
No, I was doing it because had to rewind because you said the wrong thing.
Oh my God, you're so smart. I'm so sorry.
Thanks.
I'm literally dumb as a rock.
You're not. Stop saying mean things about yourself on this show.
Oh my God. I didn't realize how much I said it until like
you're being
6
so mean
months
to yourself
ago.
today. Stop it. No,
I'm always
today
mean to myself.
especially.
I'm so sorry.
Well, you are, but like today's a little okay. Calm it down.
Okay, I love me. I'm
Thanks.
nice.
Me too.
Okay.
I also love you, not me.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway,
wait, but I
continue.
love you. Okay.
That was cute. Anyway, moving on.
Okay. Josh Jacobs is going to have to be on the ground. This is what I said. Josh Jacobs is going to have to be on the ground for them all game, breaking through that shitty Cardinals run defense. And then my last bullet point is it's going to be a messy, close game. It's just going to be ugly, I think. Like, I don't think it's going to be a cute, perfect game for either team.
No, the Cardinals and Packers are really similar, like offensively, I think. They both can run the ball, but are much stronger when passing. And when both they're passing, like game is like on and working, they have great top 10 offenses.
Yes, they can have great offensive games if it works for them, but if it's going their way,
that's why I'm like, I haven't have them figured it out because they have a good game, then they have a bad game. I don't know. So where the difference is between these two teams is their defenses. Obviously the Packers defense isn't elite. We said basically average, but the Cardinals defense, sucks. And specifically, wow, can't speak. Specifically, their secondary is really weak. They allow 7.7 yards per pass attempt this season, which is the 4th highest.
Delicious.
So I think Jordan Love and co are going to be able to carve up this defense. And I'm not so sure Kyler Murray and the Cardinals offense can keep up at Lambeau Field, but we shall see.
We shall see. I think
they'll keep
like
up enough. I think it'll be
messy.
Low scoring.
Yeah.
But if you didn't hear us, I think Jordan Love might throw an interception.
Me too.
I think I might bet that. If you're keeping track.
Honestly, so smart.
Oh my God. I'm so excited to talk about the next game because it's another terrible one. Oh. Titans versus Colts.
Yummy.
Elite. The elite of the NFL. The top.
The best teams.
Wow. I have the Colts. I can't wait to hear your topic on this one or your pick. Anyway, I have the Colts at 21 and I have them winning over the Titans 21-17.
Interesting. Okay. I have the Titans winning 24-21.
Mom? Have we watched the same Titans?
Have we watched the same Colts?
Okay. So
you think?
Will Levis, his 6 interceptions are tied for tied for first in interceptions.
Yeah, I believe that. But the Colts have the worst run defense in the whole game. So he doesn't have to pass if he doesn't want to.
So I guess Anthony Richardson has been practicing. So I guess it depends on if Joe Flacco is going to come in and save the day. If they're going to have him start or Richardson start, I think they should keep Joe Flacco.
I do too, honestly. And that's kind of weird to say. He's so old. It's just crazy that he just popped in. And if Anthony Richardson comes back and they're like, we're going to keep Joey over here. He's going to be our starting quarterback. Joey F.
Joe Flacco.
I don't know why I always turn into an Italian grandma.
It's your alter ego. It's an interesting choice, but it's a choice. And
it's who I used to be in an old life.
Okay. So I guess this all depends. Anyway, this is basically all depends on Joe Flacco's performance if he's playing.
Yeah, that's valid.
They obviously didn't win in Jacksonville, but they almost did. He threw for 359 yards with no turnovers and nearly coming back. So in Jacksonville. So if he's going to the bench, I think they probably have no chance, and you're right. But the Titans and Will Levis should probably part ways because Will Levis might be the worst quarterback I've ever seen in the NFL. Not really. Not really, but he's down there. He's up
pretty
there
bad.
With the worst.
You're right. But for me or whatever is I think part of the reason that I think that that they're going to do so well is because Will Levis does have like a minor right shoulder injury, and that's his throwing arm. And so I feel like, because they were saying that he's probably going to play through it. If he plays through it, they're probably not going to utilize the pass game a lot, which means that like, if anyone has like Tony Pollard in like fantasy football or anything like that, he's probably going to have a monster game because they're going to utilize him all game over and over again. And he's been really great lately. So I just think that if you're not going to use Will Levis like in his pass game,
he's scary.
I think you're going to be fine. He is scary. But yeah, I just think that the Colts offense too is injured. They have Michael Pittman Jr. who's out or he's questionable. Jonathan Taylor's out with an ankle injury. So they're going to be leaning a lot on like their second and third string offense.
Injuries everywhere.
I know they're everywhere. God, no one can be healthy. It's so sad.
Yeah, good. What are you drinking?
A Dr. Pepper.
You remember when you were going to not do soda with me?
I forgot about that.
You said, don't remember that one.
No, I just like, I was ordering dinner and it was part of my meal and I just clicked it and started drinking. This is a game that everyone thought was a crazy pick for me.
Did you pick the Patriots?
Uh-huh. Are you ready? Okay. Are you ready? Okay, wait. My hair. It's
Are
crazy.
you well?
I know. Okay. I know how it sounds. Okay. Okay. Here.
Okay.
Let me explain, Mom. Let me explain. So I
I'm
picked
not
the Patriots
hearing
for
you
this
out.
game. No. You have to.
Oh,
You're still not gonna agree with me at the end. But you gotta let me explain this. You know, I gotta, just in case anyone is watching and like wants to come on the train with me. You know, like I feel like this is like a. You said, no.
Not me, no way, no how.
Okay, well, anyone else maybe. We'll see. Okay, so I have Patriots winning 20-17. I do have it being a low score, close game, and let me tell you why. First of all, Nico Collins is out. And that is almost like, I wouldn't say all of their offense, but he is kind of like their offensive identity.
He's literally leading in receiving yards. So you okay.
Yes, he's their offensive identity. And so the Texans are 22nd in their run game, and their star wide receiver, Nico Collins, is out. So, okay, so you have Stephon Diggs, who literally just came back for the first time. And you're like, okay, by the way, you're going to have triple the reps today because Nico Collins is out. And so I see him either just getting really tired really quickly because they're utilizing him so much, or their offense just kind of being all sorts of fucked up because Joe Mixon, their running back, is also questionable with an ankle injury. So who knows if he'll kind of be like going super hard or anything like that. You'll see CJ Stroud, Stephon Diggs, Agumbawale. You'll see all of them obviously going crazy. They'll probably be the Texans like main offense and everything. So everything looks good for them there. They'll have Tank Dell and Cam Akers on the back end as like their up and coming offense too. So I think that they're going to be fine there, but they are 0-7 against the Patriots all time in Gillette. And so the reason that that's important is because this is Gillette Stadium. Patriots have some of the craziest fans in the world. And you have this starting quarterback that Patriots fans have thought is the next coming of Jesus Christ since he got drafted.
Who hasn't played a game.
I don't think they care. I think it's going to be, I don't think that it's going to,
I'm talking to you, crazy lady.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Is like, I don't even think that they care because like, the reason that I say this is that the Patriots are such like a good, like get a quick hype win type team because they have such a good home atmosphere. And so what a perfect time to take advantage of it, having your rookie quarterback come out. And the thing is too, is that Jacoby Brissett is a horrible scrambler, horrible guy behind the line. He gets sacked 50 times. And I know that they have a super bad O-line. Like, I get that, but I think that a lot of it is that he just doesn't move. And Drake May is one of those guys that loves to move. He can run, he can pass, he can kind of do a little bit of everything. And so I think it's going to be one of those things where they just come out and surprise everyone with a win, and then they go back to being ass. Like, I think it's just literally going to be one of those hype wins. And also, did you know that Gillette is the name of a razor?
Yeah. You don't?
Gillette
You've never,
Stadium.
I have
the razor?
I buy Gillette razors.
I know, but like I don't think I ever put two and two together. I've known about Gillette Stadium since I was a child.
I don't think they sponsor them now. Is that what you're asking? If a female razor company is sponsoring that? I don't think so.
Okay.
I love that you think that though.
Gillette is. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was a thing.
All right. Well, I'm here, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, because I completely disagree with Caitlin here. Judge, Your Honor.
I said, most people disagree, but that's like one of my crazy picks of the week. Like
that's
one of my
literally the most insane
happen.
shit I've ever heard. Anyway, I have Texans 31-10.
I'm so dead.
New England has a rookie quarterback making his first start, and against a team coached by D'Amico Ryans, who is one of the game's top defensive minds. So that, and the Texans also have the NFL's #1 pass offense. Nico Collins is out. There's always the next person. Stephon Diggs just had a really good game, his revenge game against the Bills. This feels like a very high probability for Houston to clear plenty of touchdowns. Okay. Houston has way too much talent for whatever New England has going on, which isn't much. And the Patriots haven't scored more than 13 points in their past 3 games. And the offense is still a large issue. Okay. On to my next point. The Texans had one of their best wins last Sunday, handing the Bills their second straight loss against them. Meanwhile, the Patriots were so ineffective in a loss to the Dolphins that they have to switch out their quarterbacks to a rookie on their 6th game of the season. So
Drake
not
made
only
rescue
behind a shitty offensive line against a Houston defense that is 8th in the NFL in sacks. Do you hear what I'm saying? Is it registering? No? Okay.
No. Like I said, I believe you. I understand where you're coming from. This is my emotional game.
Also, Ramondre Stevenson, their running back, has not practiced at all this week and is questionable for Sunday.
I did know that. I knew that.
Okay. So I'll let the jury decide who won that argument.
It is me who lost the argument. But like I said, it's my emotional pick of the week. I love a good up and comer underdog story. Okay,
I have no love for the Patriots.
Oh, that's valid.
They won. They've had their time. Okay, and it's over.
They have, absolutely. But I think that it would be so cute to see a win.
Okay, next game. Browns versus Eagles. Are you okay?
You should see me. I'm literally twiddling my feet. Like,
don't tell the people that. They're gonna comment asking for a video of it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So for this next game, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and the other people, so don't cancel me because Anyway, Browns versus Eagles. And gentle humans, ladies and gentle humans. Anyway,
gentle humans is so cute.
Thanks. Thought of that.
I love that one.
Thanks, Mom. Anyway. Our favorite team to shit talk. It's the Browns versus the Eagles. Deshaun Watson is the worst human being. Well, not the worst, but he's in the group. Him and Jabril Peppers can be joined. Did you hear what Jabril Peppers? Oh yeah, actually, wait. You're rooting for the Pats. Also, their captain is out. Jabril Peppers, who assaulted his girlfriend and threw her outside of his house naked, and then had the audacity to say that she fell down the stairs, and he also had cocaine on him.
Ew.
So he is suspended.
Well, they can uncaptain him.
You know what's kind of gross though is that
kick him out the league.
Well, you know what's kind of gross. So he's out for like 4 weeks, and at first, I I'm like, this is really sad, but I really think the league only took him out because of the cocaine. Because he's not even allowed to practice. Like, I really think the league
because
think about all the assault that's happening, and like they get like suspended for like a couple games or something, but he's like not even allowed to practice. Like there's like Lord. NFL, the National Fuck Women League. Anyway.
That's so true. That has a W in it though.
Yeah, I know, but just the NFL. So fuck women. Like fuck women isn't the one, just the one thing.
No, that makes sense because
the NFL
apparently
actually
we're
hates
nothing. We're not even our own word in the NFL.
Nope, sure aren't. Not to their commissioner.
Yep.
Anyway, Browns versus Eagles. I'm actually curious to hear your score. I have Eagles 27, Browns 17.
Okay, that's pretty close, actually. I have Eagles 31 and Browns 16.
Oh, we are so close.
I know. I do. I have like a little bit of a bigger spread and everything like that, but that's because F the Browns and because their coach literally came out and was like, Deshaun Watson is our quarterback. We're not putting in Jameis Winston, like blah, blah, blah.
And I'm like,
that's so icky. Not only one, are you supporting a nasty assaulter? But two, you're literally keeping a super shitty quarterback in.
I love how Stephen A. Smith said that he wouldn't blame anyone if they arrested Deshaun Watson for being so bad. And I'm like, they won't even arrest him for assaulting 30 women. What makes you think they're going to arrest him for being mad?
Oh my God. That's stuff like that just makes me so mad.
But since he is still allowed to play and make millions of dollars, I'm going to talk about how shitty his offense is. Browns offense is
keep going.
30th in points per game, 30th in passing yards, 26th in rushing yards, 26th in touchdowns, and 32nd. Wow. Woo, that was something. 32nd in yards per possession. Do you know what 32nd is? Dang. If you didn't remember from when we talked earlier, that's dead last. Their defense is also the only defense they have is kind of against the passing. So they are 24th in opposing rushing yards. So Saquon Barkley better run all over them.
All over them, boys.
I literally hope you run over every single one of them. So Eagles offense is 6th in rushing yards. So I think they should be just fine. I think they'll be okay.
Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. It's one of those kind of like, it's like that Ravens duo, you know, just two really good running
He's
back.
A monster.
And
I love
a really good
Saquon
rushing
Barkley.
quarterback.
I love him so much.
Me too.
Even though, again, I'm supposed to hate the Eagles because they're in the same division or whatever. Whatever. But yeah, Deshaun Watson has yet to throw for over 200 yards. I can't wait for him to get sacked more. I'm hoping the Eagles sack him. What's my guess? I hope they sack him at least 9 times this week.
9? I love that.
And Devontae Smith and AJ Brown will likely be back for the Eagles.
I was literally just about to say that because they also have a right tackle, Lane Johnson, who's coming back this week too. And so their offense is just like almost whole for the first time. So
I love this. So I'm really excited for them. And I think Cleveland has scored the 5th fewest points in the NFL. So I think it may be a good game for the Eagles, who I don't think have had the start that they expected to get back.
It'll be like a good confidence game for them for sure.
Good confidence booster.
Yes. And I hope that this game is a good confidence booster, a confidence plunger for the Browns. Because the Browns have scored less than 20 points in all 5 games this far, which is their worst in 25 years. And so I think that, I think that they're going to do it again and continue that streak. I just don't think that they're a good team this year. And like I said, with their coach, with their coach keeping in, like I said, not only a shitty human, but a super shitty quarterback too, and not utilizing someone that might even be better than Deshaun Watson. I think that this is a really big pride/ego decision for the Browns. Like keeping Deshaun Watson in, they just know how much they paid for him and how much they gave up for him. And I think that they're just like almost embarrassed. And so like they're like, we have to stand by this guy and like stand by our choice. Yeah, literally.
This is probably one of the worst deals literally in NFL history.
Yeah.
And I think it's also going to make like QB contracts go down because people are going to be worried about spending $230 million on a guy that sucks.
Yep. Yeah, I know. It's a really good choice to do that when you're the Browns. Like, so good. And it's funny too because like 95% of Browns fans want Jameis Winston to come in too. Like, it's not just like around the league.
Yeah.
Like, you know, everyone wants to see Jameis Winston and not Deshaun Watson. So I find it to be a really interesting choice. Literally. I find it to be a really
talking about shitty men. Okay.
Period.
I want to talk about
the Broncos, the Denver Bronchi Bears.
the Bronchi boys.
Me too. I also want to talk about them. What was your score guess? I want to hear your score guess and your pick.
20-13.
So close. I have 20-17. Broncos, right?
Okay. Yeah, of course.
So smart. I'm so happy.
I'm actually really offended that so many people online were picking the Chargers.
So many, and they're favored in this game. The Chargers are. Yes, the Chargers are favored in this game too, which I find absolutely crazy.
I'm offended. I'm literally offended.
I am too. I'm like, have you not seen them? They are beautiful.
They are beautiful. Broncos defense is second in opposing points per game, fifth in opposing passing yards, 10th in opposing rushing yards allowed, and second in opposing touchdowns.
Yeah, baby.
Although Chargers defense is first, so they beat us in opposing points per game. Yeah. 9th in opposing passing yards, so a little below us. 6th in opposing rushing yards, a little above us. First in opposing touchdowns allowed. But their offense, I mean, our offense isn't great either. Okay, so honestly, this is a really fairly matched game. So Broncos
that's what I was going to say, because real quick, the Broncos total offense, like they're literally right next to each other in like their rating. Their total, literally their total defense. Broncos are number 3 and Chargers are number 5. And there's a team right in the middle of them, obviously, but all 3 of them are like super close. Like they are very similarly matched defensively. Holy shit, I can't talk. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Almost, I mean, the Chargers offense is 31st in passing yards, but they are 9th in rushing yards. So I think the key for Denver is to get on that rush defense. I mean, our defense has been amazing, but we are going to our offense is going to have a repeat of last game. And I'm hoping that because Bo Nix got that confidence last week, that he'll continue it this week, because we need him, especially because we're likely going to be down a couple of starters on our offensive line.
I know, which is painful.
Not great.
That is very true. And the thing about both of these teams too is it's really funny because, like you said, they're such evenly matched teams. Like their defenses are so similar, but like also so are kind of like their offenses. Like they both have really horrible pass offenses.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty bad
terrible
pass
actually.
Offenses and like below decent run offenses.
Yeah,
like. You know, it's going to be so bad. I think the Chargers are going to have to utilize J.K. Dobbins a lot more because their backup, Gus Edwards, is hurt. And the Chargers are just injured all over the place. So I think that they're just a little bit screwed there. That's one of the only reasons. Yes, I think that like in the first 3 weeks, I would have given this one to the Chargers, like hands down. But with how injured the Chargers have been and with the Broncos kind of on this run and being kind of, I would say, whole, I think that I have to go with the Broncos on this one. Like even like trying to take the bias out, I have to go with the Broncos. But also, I think that with how much we are probably going to have to try to be passing, with how much the Chargers are going to have to try to be passing, I think that we'll see Riley Moss maybe get another interception. I cannot talk now. I'm so distracted with my dog and my child in my room. And I cannot talk. I can't form a sentence.
I am excited for this game. I think it'll be an interesting game. And it's a division rival. Of course, I'm going to the game, by the way.
I'm so jealous. Sorry, I'm fine. That was literally so squeaky.
I'm going to be at the game. I'm very excited. I'm also I'm obviously very excited to go to the game, but I'm going to be missing other games. And the Cowboys game is playing at the same time. And the Cowboys is a huge game. So I'm like really stressed out about it. And I fear I'm going to be watching a game on my phone. And
do you want me to text you updates?
No, I have to be watching it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Ew. Awful. Horrible idea.
So whoever wins this game is fighting for second place in our division.
Yes, this is because we are the two mid-ass teams in our, I would say like pretty, like perfectly scaled division. We have the Chiefs up top. We have the two mid teams between the Broncos and the Chargers, and then the ass team in the Raiders. I think that's perfect. What a great division we have. Yeah. Go us.
Speaking of more ass teams and the Raiders, Steelers versus Raiders. I have this being a very terrible game. The Raiders and the Steelers have both terrible offenses. So I have this game at 17-6. What do you have, Caitlin?
Wow. 17-6. That's crazy.
Did we do it?
No. Oh. That's just a crazy score.
Oh. What'd you choose?
No, that's crazy.
Why is that a crazy score? That's 2 touchdowns and a field goal and then 2 field goals.
I know. I'm just saying, like, that's like, I think that you're doing such a better job at like really thinking through this games.
You're so funny. Okay, what'd you put?
I put 23-24. I thought I told you. Do you see this puppy tail? What is my life right now? Someone kill me.
Oh okay. Why?
So I have 23-24 because, well, first of all, listen to this. Russell Wilson is active.
Do you have facts to back up your claims?
I think so. I hope. I have the Steelers winning this one, obviously. Hi, sweet Jenny. Hey, baby. I have the Steelers winning this one. Russell Wilson is active, but they have not listed him as the starter or anything like that. But Justin Fields has been playing super bad the last few games. So I find that kind of interesting. So I think that it'll be like a decent offensive game for the Steelers in that regard, because I think that Justin Fields is going to be trying to like play his best brand of football this game and really trying to score and prove himself now that he's back. And the Raiders have a really crappy rush defense, so I think we'll also be seeing a lot of Najee Harris anyway. I don't think that there's going to be a ton of passing in this game, at least on the Steelers' end. So I think Najee Harris will probably have a big game running all over the Raiders defense. But on the other end, the Steelers have a great pass defense. And so we'll probably see Aiden O'Connell utilizing the pass game a little bit. But if they were smart with a new quarterback coming in for Gardner Minshew, I almost called him Garden. Mr. Garden.
Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell are equally ass.
They are. They're both so bad.
They're so bad.
I think that it's going to be
so bad.
Ass. Do you have them as your 2 field goals?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so smart. I just think that they're going to be using Brock Bowers a lot, and I think that Brock Bowers will probably end up scoring in this game, but 23 is a lot of points. I think I literally have them getting like 2 touchdowns and 3 field goals.
Yeah, Steelers defense is second in opposing points per game. So I don't think they're going to score a lot. That's just to be fair. I think the Steelers have a great defense. I think they have a very abysmal offense. And George Pickens, you're still on my list. I fucking don't like you at all. And
I'm so sorry. He's the worst.
You're the worst. And I think Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew are also terrible quarterbacks. And I have nothing much to say. Then this is going to be a terrible game that I don't really wish to watch. Horrible and I might have to, so I can talk to you about it on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Period.
So pray for me.
So for the Falcons-Panthers game, I think you and I both know how this game is going to go. I think I have Falcons winning 34-20. I am giving the Panthers a little bit of leeway. Just a tiny bit.
We have the same spread because I have 30-16.
Do we? Oh,
I have 30-16.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just think that it's going to be one of those games where I don't know, where you just see like the Falcons utilize a little bit of everyone. They have kind of a whole offense with Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson and Drake London. And then you literally have Darnell Mooney, McLeod, Tyler Algier. You have all these guys for the Falcons offense, and the Panthers kind of have no one. Exactly, yeah, Drake London. And then the Panthers just kind of have no one.
The Panthers suck. The Panthers and the Browns are arguably the worst franchises. So
Agreed. Yep. That's all I have for them is that I just think that the Falcons are going to run all over them.
Kirk Cousins is 5th in passing yards per game lately. So the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL, I think. Yep. And the Falcons have won 2 straight games. Kirk Cousins looks more comfortable with his new guys. And also, a Falcons victory will improve the team to 3-0 in the NFC South. But I mean, the Panthers are really short on talent when the season started, and now they have a lot of injuries to make them even shorter on talent.
Even worse.
So they've lost defensive end Derek Brown, linebacker Shaq Thompson, center Austin Corbett to season-ending injuries. And veteran wide receiver Adam Thielen is on injured reserve. Tight end Tommy Tremble's in concussion protocol. And right tackle Taylor Moton will seek his streak of 120 straight games snapped as he deals with a triceps injury. So I think that the Falcons will run away with this one.
Yep.
Panthers, you suck. So sorry.
Period.
Boo! You
tomato,
stink.
tomato.
It was pointed out to me that I didn't say boo, tomato last episode, and someone thought that might have been a streak snapped. So I think I said it 3 times today to make up for it.
Good for you, as you should.
Thanks. As I should. Moving on to the game that I want to talk about.
I'm excited for this game, and you're going to be proud of me because I think that the Cowboys are going to have a great game. Even though I have them losing.
I have the Cowboys winning 26-23. What do you have, Caitlin? I know you didn't choose the Cowboys. That's fine.
I'm so sorry. Like I said, I have it being a really close game. Actually, I have the Lions winning 31-30. I think that this is the Dallas Cowboys' best chance.
Ooh, you think it's going to be super offensive? Okay. I like it.
I think that I feel like Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb are going to like really perform just because the Lions like don't have the most perfect pass defense. That's like their, I guess, their piece of weakness, you could say. And so having Dak Prescott so having Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, I feel like you're going to see him utilized a lot, and they're going to be trying to utilize the pass game and kind of poke holes in that already weak defense that they have in that part.
My note is literally like one of my like last bullet points is basically Dak will be throwing a hell of a lot and Lions will be running a hell of a lot.
Oh my God, yes.
So Dak is 3rd in passing yards. You know, Cowboys defense isn't great. Yeah. They're 10th in opposing passing yards, so that's where they're stronger.
Yeah.
Other than that, their defense is pretty middle bottom tier.
Yeah.
Also, I have to take back something I said. I and the internet thought that CeeDee Lamb was saying subpar throw Dak. And he came out and said jump ball 4. That's a jump ball. Either way, he wasn't yelling at Dak, and I feel bad because I kind of told him he sucked. So I'm so sorry, CD. I still love you. He's been having a little bit of a diva attitude, okay?
He has.
But
no, that's so valid.
Lions offense is 7th in passing yards. So that's where we're lucky, obviously, that at least Cowboys defense is 10th. So they might be able to stop the pass a little bit. They won't be able to stop the run. So I think that's the Lions' best bet is for them to run and Dak to throw. So I think both offenses, you're right. You know, I could see this game being really high scoring like that. You know, the Cowboys are still 10th worst in the league in points allowed per game. So they usually let them score. Yeah, after giving up, you know, even though they've been the worst, they only gave up 32 combined points in the last 2 weeks. So they've been better the past 2 weeks, but the Lions are conceding 349 yards per game, 11th worst in the NFL. So again, you're right. I think like both teams are going to score a lot. The Lions have an amazing team. Jared Goff, David Montgomery, and Jahmyr Gibbs are such a force to reckon with. I love watching them. Not when they're against the Cowboys, but I love this Lions team. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown so much. But I do hope that the Cowboys limit him this week with the pass defense. Just saying. Yeah. So I honestly think the Lions are probably going to end up running the ball like every single play and hoping to run through their defense. So we will see. Dallas ranks dead last in the NFL in opponent rush EPA and 29th in the opponent rush success rate. So facing a team that's 3rd in rush EPA it should be scary. I'm scared. I'm really scared.
Oh, I'm so scared.
I'm so scared, Mom.
Well, thank God for you. It's literally Halloween season, so you're allowed to be scared.
Spooky.
It's literally a game. Spooky game. Boo. Okay, anyway, I hate myself for that one. Anyway, I also hate my autocorrect because I tried to put Jared Goff and it said Jared Goofy. So Jared Goofy.
Jared Goofy.
But what I was trying to say is that for the Lions, Jared Goff is obviously coming off of a perfect game, and then they have a incredible offense around him with David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown. You have so many good guys just on their offense. They have Sam Laporta for their tight end, and I just think that they have such a diverse, like Jared Goff can kind of do whatever you need him to do, and they have such a diverse offense. I know. And they have such a diverse offense. They can do everything. And so while I do think that the Cowboys are going to play so well, I do think that the Lions are going to be the one to pull this one out. So I love you so much. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Anyway, moving on. Okay, Bengals versus Giants. I have Bengals 30, Giants 16.
Oh, I have Bengals 31, Giants 16.
Oh, we've been so close. We haven't hit a perfect match yet.
I know. I wonder if it'll be the last one.
I don't have a ton on this game. Like the Giants did pull out a win, but I don't think they're like able to and built to hang around like really close games. And the Bengals have been close in every single game. And I think because Cincinnati is now 1-4 that they should be really hyper focused. And I think they're going to be in like game time mode. And the Bengals, obviously Joe Burrow had like, 5 passing touchdowns last game.
5 passing touchdowns. Yep.
Him, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase are both back on the field. They both have that connection back. It's really amazing. Jamar Chase has been on a hot streak lately. He's had 5 touchdown catches and 396 receiving yards across the last 3 games. And the Giants have allowed an average of 103 yards per game to perimeter receivers this year. So.
Wow. Yeah, I literally almost said like the exact same thing. I was just saying that it's funny because it's not a blowout at all. But I said I think that this is the Bengals, like it's going to be like the Bengals' first Bengals blowout or like their big game and stuff like that. I just think that it's going to be like such a moral win for them if they win. That's why I also have them like literally, they just like you said, they've been one of the highest scoring teams all season. They really do have such a good offense that like they can put together. They literally have scored, I think it's like more than 25. Their passing game is so insane. Yes, it's so good. And so I have the Giants defense has actually been really good these past few weeks. And so it kind of sucks because it's their pass defense too. But what I put is I said, but those teams do not have a Jamar Chase and a Joe Burrow who have been fantastic together lately. And despite all of their losses, they've literally had between. Is still out, so I think. He is. And I think it's really funny because I typed in Malik Neighbors, like my next door neighbor.
Malik,
my
neighbor?
On accident. Malik? I just, I'm so tired. I need like a week of sleep. I just think that the Giants have such an okay offense. Like it's so like below mid. And then with Malik Neighbors still out, they have nothing. So I just have the Bengals. Yes, I just have them using this as like such a like a moral win, like a big I just have them running all over the Giants. So that's what I have for that one.
Okay, and our last game, which is on Monday, is
get a tie.
Is Bills versus Jets. I have 20-17 Bills. What was it?
I have this. You're gonna laugh at me. I have this being kind of a higher scoring game. I have 30. I have this being 31-21.
I
Bills.
only don't because of how bad the Bills offense has been.
Yeah,
I don't like, Josh Allen just isn't looking like how he did when everyone was thinking that they were one of the best teams in the league. And the Jets just fired their head coach. And Aaron Rodgers said he resents the suggestion that he got his coach fired. Be so fucking for real. You so did that. Just admit it. So
I'm so dead.
Yeah, the absence of Khalil Shakir really messed up the Bills' passing attack last week.
It did.
And it was really evident that Matt Collins, Keon Coleman, and Curtis Samuel were not enough to help Josh Allen win. And if Shakir is still unavailable this week, especially against a secondary that's really, like the Jets have a really good secondary, I think the Bills are going to be in a lot of trouble. That's why I have it as a lower scoring game. And the Jets obviously are playing their first game without their head coach. And they're having, Yeah. Their defensive guy, right, is like stepping up. And the thing that's struggling is their offense. With their offensive coordinator that was handpicked by Aaron Rodgers that kind of looks like he sucks.
And so that's what's so funny to me about this whole thing is that like, the whole big butting heads thing between Robert Saleh and Aaron Rodgers is literally that they just like couldn't work well together because Robert Saleh is too much of like a defensive mind and Aaron Rodgers didn't think he understood him and like didn't really play a game that was like for Aaron Rodgers. I know it's so diva-ish and I hate it so much, but it's just so funny that they fire their like more defensive minded head coach and then they have a great defense but a struggling offense and then they put their defensive coordinator as the head coach.
Interesting
like
choice.
As the interim head coach. It is because it's like that tells me right there that like the front office or whoever, management and stuff don't trust Nathaniel Hackett. Who was chosen by Aaron Rodgers. And so that's, I don't know. I think the whole thing is crazy to me. That's kind of why I have but the Jets losing this one.
Yes.
By 10. But I literally put, I really do love the Jets offense though. They have Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Lazard, a lot of really good offensive pieces. And so that's why I literally have them scoring 21 because I just have them getting like, slowly getting 3 touchdowns throughout the game. I don't even have them like kicking field goals because I don't think that they're going to even have an opportunity.
I think this will be a big game for Breece Hall, and also it's an important game for Josh Allen since he was only completed 30% of his passes last week. But it'll be an interesting game at the very least, I guess.
You want to know something so funny about that? Is that like as I was taking these notes, I was like, I'm having a vision. This is going to be so okay. I was like, I think this is what's going to happen. I said, I envision this being a comeback game for the Jets, meaning that like the Jets are going to have like a really crappy first half and like we're going to think it's going to be a Bills blowout and then the Jets are going to have like a better second half. And then Josh Allen. Yes. And there's stats everywhere saying that Josh Allen has not thrown an interception at all this year. Not a single interception. And so I think that now that they're saying that, he's going to throw an interception. So I'm going to bet on him throwing an interception because I think it's going to be a jinx game for him. But I still think it's going to be a good game overall for the Bills and kind of a butthole game. It will. It's going to be a good week.
That is it for NFL Week 6. That was that.
Team.
Go team. Go Broncos. Go
like,
Cowboys.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Comment. We like to talk to you guys. Follow us. We'll have all of our things linked below. We have merch. It's on Etsy. Caitlin's wearing one of our merch shirts right now. And my security guard at my apartment complex really loved it when I wore it the other day. She said, I want one of those.
I love that.
I know. It was really good. I literally got off the plane from Caitlin's and she was like,
I got compliments on it today.
Space. Okay, well, we love that. So check out our merch and share with, people that I suppose. And we'll see you for our recap to see how these predictions went on Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever we get to it.
Tell us how bad you think I did. Let me know if you like my surprise games.
Actually choose who you agree with more. Even though we always have a lot of the same picks. It's usually like 1 or 2 games that Caitlin and I disagree on.
No, that's so true.
I think it was 2.
We usually do pretty good. Yeah, the Titans and the Patriots and stuff. I don't know. Either way, we love you. Good night.
We love
Sayonara.
you. You probably shouldn't say goodnight because I'm probably going to post this at like 6 a.m. Anyway,
good day. Guten Tag.
Adios. Okay, love you.